The Edon State Bank Company and Edon Farmers Co-op are committed to education in the Edon area and are proud to support Edon Middle School in today's News 6. Local support has also been provided by the Northwest Ohio Educational Technology Foundation, Bowling Green State University, and the members of WBGU-TV.
Hi, we're the 6th grade class, Edon Middle School. Welcome to News 6.
Hi, I am Candace Godsey from Edon Middle School. Welcome to News 6. With today's first story, here is Kendra Reamer.
Have you ever wondered what Norwegian fjord horses are doing in a farm in northwest Ohio, far, far away from home? We talked to Algie and Lynette Stickney, who tells us more about these graceful and gentle ponies from Norway.
Hi, I'm Zach Hawkins here at Stickney Farms. I'm going to interview my grandfather about his horses. When and why did you start raising horses?
Well, I started working horses when I was just a kid, about your size, about 8, 9 years old, 10 years old. And I've had horses ever since then. And my father had horses. I guess I growed up with horses. Always had to have them around. I was expected to take care of them and work them from when that was the way of life back 65 years ago, and that was my job. And I've had horses ever since then because I've always liked them, and they've been pets to me.
What kind of horses do you own?
We have got 4 Norwegian Fjords and 2 quarter horses and 2 part quarter horses, a total of 8 horses. These Norwegian Fjords, there's only 500 in the United States. They come from Norway, and they're used for farm with in Norway. They can be ridden, they can be driven, and they are tame horse. They're not, once they're broke, they remain broke.
What are the horses used for?
Well, they're mostly pets. Some of them is ridden, some of them is drove. The Norwegian Fjords is drove in parades on a wagon. They give hay rides. They go to Williams County Fair every year.
Are horses difficult to care for?
Not really, not this breed anyway, because these are an even-tempered horse, and they are easy to, once you break them, why they'll do just about anything you want them to do. And each day we take and feed them their hay, and we keep mineral before them, and we have a field out here that they want to run in where they can always get the water.
Which horses tend to be your favorite?
Well, I'd say this one. This is Terry. This is the one I've got a hold of, and he likes to be petted, and he's even-tempered. And of all the horses, I think the Norwegian Fjords are the most even-tempered ones and the easiest to handle. It seems that once you've got them trained, they just seem to want to follow you and be right with you all the time.
Today's News 6 is produced by the 6th grade class of Edon Middle School. Our school is in the community of Edon, which is 50 miles northwest of Bryan. It was founded in 1855 and has a population of 803.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have exotic animals like ostriches, llamas, and emus as pets? We talked to Barb Hug, who tells us why she raised the animals and how she takes care of them.
Hi, I'm Ashley McCrae, here interviewing Mrs. Hogg for her llamas, emus, and ostriches here at Feathers and Wolf Farm. What kind of animals do you raise?
We raise ostriches, which are a large bird from Africa. We raise them for the eggs. We raise emus, which are a large bird also, not near as large as the ostrich. They're from Australia, and we also raise them to lay eggs for us and reproduce. And then we raise llamas, who are in the camelid family. They're from South America.
What made you start raising such unusual animals?
About 3 years ago, my husband's father died, and he left each child, which is a large family, some money. And he said, well, what should I do with that money? And I said, don't just put it on house payments or whatever. Let's do something that we can say that we got from your father. So we came home with a llama, a donkey, a couple swans, and an emu. And that it just kind of grew from there.
What types of food do the animals eat?
Llamas eat hay, and they eat a pellet that's made for them. Llamas need very little protein, so if we had more land, they could graze, but we do give them hay, plus a little bit of a pellet. The ostriches and the emus both eat a special pellet made for them with quite a bit higher amount of protein in it.
Do the animals enjoy Ohio weather?
There's pretty much no problem with the weather. For the llamas, the summer would be the greatest concern. Because llamas do mind heat if it gets real hot. So we do clip them to cool them down. The ostriches and emus, their biggest problem would be the cold weather, because if we don't watch them, they're not smart enough to go in if they'd be freezing to death. So other than that, there's not a big problem.
How do these animals sleep?
Llamas sleep in a cush position, which is where all their legs are curled up underneath them. And actually the same with the emus and the ostriches, they curl their legs up underneath and set. And ostriches sometimes put their head down if they're really in a deep sleep, but normally they all sit up with their heads up.
Which animal has the best and worst temperaments?
They all have a pretty nice temperament. If we have people here or children, I would never let them go in with the ostriches or emus. They have a good temperament, but they also could hurt you because of their kick and their very sharp toes. The llamas I'm very partial to because they're very gentle. I would never have to worry if children went in with them. They don't spit at people. That's just what people think. They might spit over a food dispute amongst themselves, but they're very nice.
Most of us have started off the New Year's resolutions about things we want to do in 1995. Well, this week Kid View question asked the 6th graders, what is your New Year's resolution? Here's what we found out.
This week's Kids View question is, what's your New Year's resolution?
The waiter asked if he could tell us the specials. My New Year's resolution is to read more books.
My New Year's resolution is to do better in school. My New Year's resolution is to be nicer to my friends and family.
This week in Critics Corner, the 6th grade class of Edon Middle School selected Return of the Mummy by R.L. Stine. In this story, Gabe Hassad returns to Egypt for another scary adventure near the ancient pyramids. A secret chant is supposed to bring mummies back to life. Gabe and his cousin Sari have doubts that a few words can wake the dead, or can they?
That's all for this week's show. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in next week when the 6th grade class of Glandorf Elementary visits New 6.
The Edon State Bank Company and Edon Farmers Co-op are committed to education in the Edon area and are proud to support Edon Middle School in today's New 6. Local support has also been provided by the Northwest Ohio Educational Technology Foundation, Bowling Green State University, and the members of WBGU-TV.